invest, and use this wisely, then Indonesia's future will not just be limited to how high the skyscraper or GDP charts are, but it will be defined by our ongoing originality and our global impact made through creativity. Thank you.
Mm. Okay, thank you so much, participant number one, which is Aurelia, for your inspiring performance. And I think now we have to continue with the Q&A section for honorable judges. I mean, like Miss Jasmine, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Feby. Thank you as well, Aurelia, for the speech. Very concise. I have a question regarding your motivation towards the audience. So you mentioned quite a bit regarding how creative economy is the future. Now, I want you to position yourself as a businesswoman in the near future. How would you encourage yourself to implement this creative economy? And how does this affect your speech today? Because in your speech, you did not have any tangible or feasible action that we can do, that we can implement in real life, us as audience. And I want you to further elaborate on what we can do as employees or as current workers, students, us in our condition right now. How can we implement creative economy?
Um, all right, thank you so much, Ms. Jasmine, for the question. I would like to elaborate more on how we can implement creative economy to our daily lives. Well, if I'm as a businesswoman, then I must realize that the world is constantly evolving with new technologies, new inventions. And so we must follow the existing trends that are there so we can constantly improve our economy. And maybe we need support from governments too to help make laws that protect us as workers in the economy field. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, participant number one, which is Miss Aurelia, for the answer. So next, I will invite Judge second, which is Miss Ade, to deliver the question. For Miss Ade, times is yours.
All right. All right. Well, thank you for the opportunity. Good job, Aurelia. That was really good. I feel the energy this morning. So it's you opened the competition with really good energy. I like that. I think 5 minutes is not enough, for talking about study topic. Yeah. However, I think I would like to second what Miss Justin just asked. I know you only given one answer, so I think I want to go further. I'm more curious about. You're a student, am I correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so maybe just give one real action. And I do apologize if you may have you may have elaborated that a little bit in your speech. There were some audio disturbance, so I want you to. I think what I would like for you to do, or my question is, as a student, what would be the tangible action, small maybe, because obviously you only have a minute, you can do to implement what we have just talked about in your speech. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Ida, for the question. I would like to answer that. So, from my perspective as a student with no money yet, no individual money yet, well, we can develop our mindsets. Like we know the trends now, we can like make tote bags and bracelets to support the creative economy itself. As we know, the creative economy plays a big role in UMKM in Indonesia, which can make a severe um, improvement to the Indonesia's economy. So as a student, I think we should start making like small businesses, starting from like tote bags or bracelets that follows the trends, so we can take part even just a little bit in the economy society. Thank you.
Right.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Aurelia. So thank you for your response. So and finally, third, which is like Miss Novi. For Miss Novi, time is yours.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes,
All
audible,
right.
Miss.
All right. So, first of all, I would like to congratulate you, Aurelia, for making it to the semifinal round. Your performance was amazing, and also I want to apologize to everyone because I'm actually feeling unwell today. So I apologize for not being able to turn my camera on. Okay, so Aurelia, um, the question for me would be, you stressed the role of schools in teaching about creativity. So, what do you think the practical steps should schools take to balance creativity with like nowadays academic inflexibility? What do you think?
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Novi, for the question. I would like to answer that. So I did mention about how schools should integrate about creativity into everyday subject, not just as an elective. Well, creativity is not just limited to arts like music or dancing or singing, but it can also be elaborated into formal subjects such as science or social studies. We can use fun methods in learning and use questions that are like mind triggering so we can learn to be more critical thinking as an individual so we can be a great part of the economy society. So basically a creative way for us to be able to think critically and find a solution or be able to do problem solving. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Aurelia. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for her because she gave us wonderful effort and confidence about their speech. And now, um, I think like we have to kindly return to the main room for Aurelia. Thank you for the great speech, and we have to move on to participant number two.
Okay. Thank you so
So
much. Maurice.
your Aurelia.
Uh, Committee should go to the main room, or should she go after
All
this?
right.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Maurice, for this opportunity. Thank you so much. Have a lovely
you're
morning.
welcome. Thank you so much.
One second, baby. Quick
Yes.
question. Is it
Mhm.
just me or the audio keep being out? So
Uh,
is it just me or is it my internet? Because I feel like my internet is stable. I still can hear and I help by reading the lips, but most of the times the audio is breaking out. Is it just me?
actually,
Miss Jasmine, what do you think?
Mine isn't.
actually,
Okay.
so
I guess it's mine. Let me just check my give me something real quick because I want to make sure everything.
terus nggak sih? Oh, okay. Okay, it's okay. So I think Miss Ade have to prepare for the signal because I feel like it's a little bit like the signal a little bit not good. But I will give 1 minute to considering about the scoring for Miss Aurelia. So the judges have 1 minute to thinking how much point to give for Miss Aurelia for now. So for the second participant, we will start at 9:23. 23, I mean. Thank you so much. Okay, for second participant, which is Miss Hanifa, are you here? Can you hear me, Miss Hanifa? Hello, Miss Hanifa? Are you available right now? I'm sorry, I cannot hear you. Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. Can you say something again? I want to check.
Test.
Okay. And can you speak loudly because it's low. The sound is low.
Test. I'm sorry, can you hear my voice? Okay.
Recording stopped.
Okay. Are you available, Miss Hanifa?
Yes.
Okay. So right now you will show your performance about your text speech that you met before, and I would like to remind that after this you will get Q&A section, which is you will get three Q&A from three judges. So be prepared because you have to directly answer the question. So for Miss Hanifa, times is yours.
Okay. Dear esteemed judges and fellow dreamers, please look around you now. Right here in this room sit Indonesia's next economic revolutionaries. Why did I say so? Because
Recording
for
in progress.
we knew entrepreneurship was a privilege for the world connected. But today, the most important capital isn't a massive bank loan. Instead, it is a digital innovation powered by our boundless youth ambitions. So, hello everyone. My name is Hanifa Yulianti from Diponegoro University. I'm is using technology not just to start a business, but to directly fuel Indonesia's economic transformation. Now, let me illustrate this with an inspiring story. So in 2014, there's two young Indonesian men, Rama Raditya and Ante Hutagalung. They saw a problem. There is an urban inefficiency. So they asked themselves a simple question: what if technology could make our cities not just smarter, but more economically productive? The answer was Clue, a smart city platform that turned every citizen into an agent of change. Clue's story perfectly demonstrates how the digital era breaks down traditional barriers for economic improvement. So, without a giant office or fast capital, they just start with a revolutionary idea. So, they use digital tools and something kind of like digital skills to build an enterprise that now generates value across Southeast Asia and gain recognition as the best IoT startup in Asia. However, their path was not easy. Like many young entrepreneurs, they face a wall of skepticism. Could a youth-led venture really solve complex urban issues that impact the economy? The response was brilliant. They rather than argue, they choose to demonstrate the result. They partner with Jakarta governments, building a platform where citizens could report problems like clogged drains or poor infrastructure directly. So here's the crucial economic connection. The direct feedback loop created incredible efficiency, and instead of waiting for costly inspection, the government could act swiftly based on real-time data. And the data show that Jakarta achieved a 94% reduction in flood possibilities. So now think just about the economic impact. So fewer flooded shops means less damage to public property. This is exactly where technology turns into real economic benefits. So this means public funds were used more effectively, accelerating development projects. Also, the efficiency built trust, leading to a 47% increase in public satisfaction. So, this trust become the foundation of a stable economic environment where businesses and communities can thrive together. Clues, success teaches us the most critical lesson for youth entrepreneurship, that is, sustainable businesses must generate both profit and public value. So they prove that a company's financial health is directly tied to the health of the economy in which it operates. By solving a public problems, they build both profitability and full enterprise. So what is our blueprint for us now? So Clue shows us that we must blend digital skill with financial knowledge and a vision for social impact. So we must be resilient enough to overcome that skepticism by delivering a great results. So most importantly, we must to understand that the true economic success comes from creating positive impacts and value that benefit everyone. So now, fellow dreamers, we are here not just waiting for our turn. The blueprint for our prosperities is no longer hidden in corporate backrooms. It is written in our code, launched from our platforms, and built through our determination. Like the founders of Clue, we're not just dreaming of a prosperous Indonesia, we are engineering it one strategic venture at a time. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much for Miss Hanifa for the great speech. So we have to move to Q&A section. So after this, maybe Miss Novi will give the one question for you. For Miss Novi, times is yours.
Hello, Hanifa. Okay, actually, your speech is well structured and balanced with everything, like balanced with storytelling, statistics, and motivational messages. Um, the first question from me would be, you mentioned in your speech, you framed that youth is a engineer of Indonesia's future. So what do you think that what do you think the risk might arise if the next generation of youth relies too heavily on digital tools without really balancing other sectors of the economy? Is my voice clear enough?
Yes, clear. Yes, clear, Miss.
Okay, Hanifa, time is yours. You can answer.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Novi, for the question. I think that digital skills and financial literacy, it's all intertwined and have to be, um, a good balance. So if we just have the digital skills without connections, without um, economic literacy, without our value, our goals about what we want to build in our businesses, I think is not really work on that, because the digital skills also need to, they have right strength with the economic values, with our goals. And if we just have a skill and we do not know how we use another skill on the other side, I think it's not really works if we had businesses.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Hanifa, for the answer. But I will reminder that you just have 1 minute to answer the question. So for the next question, please don't overtime again. And the next question will be come from Miss Jasmine. For Miss Jasmine, time is yours.
Okay, Hanifa. Maybe before I give my substantive question, I have one question for you. You're in university, yeah? Are you in economics? Like, are you majoring in the faculty of economics and business?
No,
Oh
I'm
no. Okay, okay. Because your speech was very much focused on the economic aspect of Indonesia's future, engineering Indonesia's future. My question would actually be put an emphasis on the economic aspect of your speech. So you mentioned a bit on how floods work, and Jakarta has reduced its floods because of this particular system, this particular brand. However, that sort of dismisses a theory, an economic theory, which is called the spillover effect. That theory is where when something happens in a particular city, another city will have an impact of that action, of that decision. My question would actually be, do you think that urban inefficiency can be solved simply by creating these sustainable businesses or making businesses sustainable, especially when taking into account that we are all intertwined, like we're all social beings, we're human beings, we're social. These effects happen, and when these effects happen, spillover effects of one district to another, will sustainable businesses be the mere or be the only solution for urban inefficiency?
Okay, Miss Hanifa, you can answer the question from Miss Jasmine from now.
I'm so sorry, I don't hear it clearly at the end. Can you repeat the whole question? I'm so sorry.
I think it'll be too long. I'll just ask, do you think sustainable businesses can be or is the only solution for urban inefficiency, especially when urban inefficiency is caused or is affected by spillover from one district to another. Is that audible? Is that clear?
It's clear, Miss.
Okay.
But is it clear, Miss Hanifa, from you?
I'm so sorry. I think it's my connection.
Okay. For Miss Jasmine, is it possible if you chat text box like the
Okay.
mind of your question? Okay, thank you so much for Miss Jasmine. I think for Miss Hanifa, you have to answer quickly because it's like your problem. I mean, like you have to answer right now because we have like timeline to do. So you can answer from now.
Okay. First of all, I'm so sorry about my connection. Oh, okay, so I don't think that making businesses sustainable is the only solution to urban inefficiency, but I do believe it's one of the most impactful ones. So urban areas are complex system where economic activities in one district can definitely create spillover effects to another. And that's why sustainability should work hand in hand with other strategies such as inclusive urban planning maybe and or efficient public policies or maybe with such a strong community engagement also. But however, sustainable businesses are crucial because they create long-term value, minimize negative impacts, and adapt to the changing needs of both the economy and society.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Hanifa, for the great answer. So the next judges who will give Q&A, which is Miss Ade. For Miss Ade, are you available?
Yes, I am. All
Okay.
right, Hanifa, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Hanifa?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So I will make it short and simple. I do want to ask you real quick though, did you write this speech?
I do write this speech.
Yes, you did. I mean, that's I'm just checking. So my question is gonna be very, very simple. With your own words, in your own words, define blueprint. Okay? Use your own words without checking on dictionary or anything. Use your own words. Define blueprint for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the question. I think I want to define so what I know about it. Um, I think blueprint in a simple way.
Okay, I don't hear anything. I don't know if you're muted or you're disconnected. but I can't hear her. Am I the only one, or can you guys hear her?
No, yes, me too, miss. I think something
Okay.
happened with her.
Okay. Yeah,
Are
your
you
audio is
available?
not working,
Yeah.
Hanifa.
Biarin.
That's
Okay, try again.
Okay.
Okay, you're
okay.
back. Go ahead. We'll give you one more chance, okay? We'll give you one more chance. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much for the question. I think blueprint in a simple way is it means that you have a detailed plan or something like guide that shows you how to build something or to achieve something step by step. And so when I say that a blueprint for a sustainable business, it means that you have like clear paths or clear strategy you can follow to make your businesses sustainable. I think it's kind of like in a simple way, it's kind of like roadmap.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Hanifa. And I would like to appreciate and give applause for you. But after this, you have to return to the main room because we have to move to other participants. So for Miss Hanifa, again, thank you so much and see you in another time.
Thank you so much, judges and the communities.
Okay, judges, I will give you again 1 minute to thinking how much point to give her. Thank you.
Baby mungkin bisa sedikit memberi masukan, baiknya panitia itu nggak ngechat di kolom komentar buat time, because it's really
Mm-mm.
unfortunate buat
Hmm,
speakers kalau mereka lagi ngomong terus diingetin melalui chat dan itu chatnya nggak to the point.
ngeblank ya?
Chatnya itu kan
Hmm.
dear participants bla 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 bla.
Mm-mm.
Kalau memang mau chat harusnya cuma 2 menit left, 3 menit left, harusnya kayak gitu.
Oh,
Bisa ngebaca dengan cepat karena kasihan kalau
oh,
mereka lagi ngomong terus di apa ya disela dengan
oke.
box. Menurut aku kalau memang masih mau pakai chat box mendingan to the point aja, 2 minutes left, 1 minute left, atau
Oke.
uh, personal opinion aku baiknya pakai share screen timer aja. Jadi
Hmm,
share share screen timer misal kayak 5 menit terus mereka sisa waktu berapa biar kalau memang overtime itu langsung ketahuan.
mm-mm. I think it's be
Can't they
better
see?
if
Can't they see
hmm?
the one that you shared? I mean, on my screen, I see a timer. Can't they see that?
I think
There's a
like they
timer, right?
can. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh,
I
oke
mean, I
oke.
think that's enough, right?
Oke.
That should be enough.
Oke,
I
Okay,
mean, I
maybe
can.
after.
Uh-uh.
Mm-mm.
Just
oke.
Maybe
maybe
after.
before they start, you can
Okay.
remind them. We've shown the timer on the screen, so they need to make sure they pay attention. So it's on them now
Okay.
because
Ya.
you've seen the timer. You've shown the timer. Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's be better if we just remind for overtime. Ya, so
Yes.
jadi kalau misalnya mereka
Yes.
overtime baru kita chat box ya, Miss ya. Oke,
Yeah.
boleh, Miss.
When the times. Yeah. Okay.
Ya.
Oke.
And maybe for Q&A kalau memang waktunya nggak cukup nggak usah apa ya, like if they can't answer then that's on them, I feel like, because we have a limited space, right? We have a limited
Iya.
amount.
So I have another question like kalau misalnya kita punya case seperti tadi, apakah sebaiknya kita kayak lanjut even if they have I mean like mereka available or not or kita kasih luang gitu kayak tadi.
Kalau permasalahannya di teknis, karena ini sudah
Mm-mm,
peserta kedua ya.
mm-mm,
Kalau
mm-mm.
kita mulai bicara, we have to be fair. So we've given it to her earlier and we don't know. Yang saya baca di peraturan kemarin kalau permasalahannya itu dari
Yeah.
teknis internet, ya mereka tetap dikasih kesempatan. So I think we need to be fair for everybody. So again, without trying to drag the time too long, kita ya ingatkan saja memang make sure everything is connected dari awal. But I feel like if it's not their fault, quote unquote, it's the technical problems, we should give them a chance.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my personal opinion. I don't know about the other judges.
I think we are agree for that, Miss Ade. Okay, thank you so much for the suggestion for Miss Jasmine and Miss Ade. Actually, right now we already have third participant, which is Mr. Darren. Are you in here?
Yes, I am here. Morning, everybody.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Darren. Actually, I think you already hear our discussion today, so I hope you can set up your connection. And I will reminder again, after your performance, you will get Q&A section. So please prepare because you have to answer directly. And for Mr. Darren, right now, times is yours.
I have a question before I start regarding the time mechanism. Is it in the rules, it says that if I go over 30 seconds, over 5 minutes, I will get deducted. But what if it's like 5 minutes, above 5 minutes, but it doesn't cross 30 seconds? Do I still get a deduction like that?
If your end the speech before 5 minutes, it's not like it will not deduct your point, so it will be okay. So did you get it? Okay, are you ready?
I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask a hypothetical question. Let's say that you are walking down the street and somebody tried to stab you in the neck. Fortunately, you survived and you reported the man to the police. But when you came to the police, instead of the man getting arrested, they just arrested the knife. And they let the man go because they thought the man isn't dangerous. The knife is dangerous. What do you think? Well, as absurd as this sounds, this is actually much closer to our reality than I'd like to admit. Nowadays, everywhere we go, there's always people fear-mongering. There's always people saying, AI is bad. AI is going to destroy the world. It's stealing our data. It's stealing our privacy. Ladies and gentlemen, our data has already been stolen over and over and over and over and over again for decades, long before AI was even a thing. Our data has already been sold over and over again since AI still stood for Angsuran Indomaret. Yet, at the same time, why do we still blame AI? Every day, car companies, card loan, credit card managers, applications, all sorts of things, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everybody steals our data. And did I mention the government? And people still dare to say that the danger is ChatGPT and somehow Meta AI is the problem? Ladies and gentlemen, AI isn't the problem. We are. Now, let's take a step back and look in retrospect. In the last 50 years, all sorts of identity theft, scams, and fraudulent activities have always existed before you even had emails. So these people, they didn't just fall out of the sky, right? They didn't just appear, and they definitely did not wait for the right time to appear. They didn't wait for the age of AI to happen before they do their scams. And so I'm asking the question, why even today, after our technology have progressed, after we have much safer mechanisms, after we've had better authentication systems, after our security have become way better than before, why is the number of identity theft have remained the same? And the answer to that is that our problem isn't in our machines. The problem is us. It's the people who cheap out on security. It's the CEOs who cut costs on security because they need a little more money. It's the organizations who steal your trust and take advantage of it to sell it and make more money. Shopee. So now that we've understood that the problem is actually the humans, how would you react if I told you, according to IBM, 70% of companies cut costs on security first for everything else? So now that we've understood the problem, Even in today's speech, even as we're talking right now, the main topic of this speech is about digital ethics. But I'm telling you, we're all doing it wrong because we shouldn't be talking about digital ethics. Instead, we should be talking about digital ethics. Because the problem in the age of AI isn't digital, it's actually ethical. According to Microsoft, 95% of cybersecurity breaches are caused by human neglect. We spend so much time trying to fix our machines, but have you ever thought about fixing our humans? Every single day, when something goes wrong, people point their fingers at AI and technology and say, that is the cause of our problems. And that's exactly what these people want. They want us to be distracted and they want us to reject innovation so they can continue using outdated gear and just keep saving more money and putting our customers in jeopardy just to make a little more money. So, more than ever, it's important for us to understand the fundamentals and the importance of digital ethics. Is that the problem isn't digital, it's ethical. So, aside from everything that I've presented, I'd like to remind all of you one thing, and that one fact stands absolutely, undisputedly clear, is that if we were to reject every single innovation, and if every single time an innovation goes wrong, and our first response is to abolish it, we would only have sticks and rocks. So, in this age of AI, more than ever, ruining someone's life is only one keyboard tap away. And so is the line between innovation and manipulation. And if we as a society fail to recognize that line, then I think it's better we ask ourselves this question. Are we protecting our society or are we simply just punishing it? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for Mr. Darren. I think it was so fabulous, but we will see for the judges question. So for the first judges who will give question, which is Miss Ade, for Miss Ade. I
All
think you are
right.
so excited to give him
Well,
question.
yeah, I must say this dude just like it's just an eye opening. First of all, with the
Yeah, it's the
stabbing and the Indomaret and stuff. Anyway, so thank you for the woo in the morning. Yeah, such a fire.
Of
I
course, it's a
must
fire.
say
It's so
though.
hot in Surabaya.
Well, it's come to Bandar Lampung. It's pretty cool in here, at least right this second. All right, so let's get to the point. Well, you've laid out the situation, the problems very well. I do like how you phrase the digital ethics. So how you pose that. But I do hope that this competition, as a judge, I do hope that this competition not only to lay out problems, but to at least to come up with at least one solution. Because again, if we only pointing out problems, that's step one. It's good because that's step one. But the next step would be what could be a solution. So your question is, are we protecting our society, or are we simply punishing it? So I probably would choose the first one, okay, protecting our society. So as a university student yourself, Darren, what can you do? What can you do to protect our society? I know it's just 1 minute, so maybe just one clear, simple action, real, tangible, that I would like for you to give me. If you could give me in 1 minute. Thank you.
Recording stopped.
All right, you have 45 seconds, buddy. It's starting already.
Isn't this time to think?
No, you're supposed to just
No,
like
no,
answer.
yeah, you have
Oh,
to answer directly.
Can I restart?
Uh,
Is
well,
it
I will
possible,
let the
Miss Ade?
committee. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, once again, once the question's finished, that's when you start answering. Okay, but this time we'll give you
Okay.
dispensation. Okay, go.
First of all, thank you for the question. And my answer to that is the first thing I would answer is that I'm not a university student. I'm actually a high schooler. This is my first semester of 12th grade. And for that question, I actually appreciate that we are putting an emphasis on not just the problem looking, but also the problem solving. In the case of protecting our society instead of punishing it, I think it comes down to my statement is that the problem is an AI, is that we are the problem. We tend to overcomplicate the solution. The problem is that we overcomplicate the solution. We always say we need better innovation, we need better things, better machines, better screenery. But the machines already existed. It's just that these companies, they cheap out on using them to save more money. And so we need better regulation from the government, and we need an incentive for these people to adopt the state-of-the-art level of protection to protect the identity and protect the data of these people. And that's why I believe that the problem is that it's overcomplicated and it should be as simple as choosing the best one. And that's as simple as it gets. That's my answer.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Darren. So I think we have to move to other judge, which is Miss Novi. So for Miss Novi, times is yours. And I would like to remind again, you just have 1 minute and to answer directly. Okay. So for Miss Novi,
All right, thank you. Hello, Darren.
Hi.
Okay, first of all, I would like to congratulate you for making it to the semi-final round. Okay, I really like your speech actually. I really like your performance because you use such a great analogy. I love the way you started with like a unique analogy and a little funny joke like angsuran Indomaret, which is really funny because this make people keep longer attention to your performance as well. Okay, I actually want to ask the same question as Miss Ade, but since it is already asked, so I need to change the question. So the the question from me would be, oh yeah, because actually, okay, before I start my question, actually, your conclusion is really interesting, and this left me a thought. So yeah, but that's okay. Okay, the question for me would be, you said that the real problem in your speech is human carelessness, not AI itself. So, how do you think the let's say teaching developers or maybe companies about ethics, maybe some people that teaching about ethics actually can help lower this risk.
we can we can first find the truth and then we tell them. And also we can even educate them about there is a deep fake that truly happened in our social media. That we can also give them a warning that even though it is fun for us, but there is something rude or something unusual that happened in our social media. So maybe we can first try to know the truth and we tell them about it. Thank
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you so much, Miss Melanie, for the great answer. And I am so much appreciate for your performance today and also you did good with answer for all of question from the judges. And I would like to inform you if after this you have to move to other room, which is main room. So thank you so much and see you next event.
All right, thank you, Ka and all the educator.
Okay, judges, again, I will give 1 minute. Thank you. Okay, next participant will be Mr. Abdul Rahman. Are you in here and available?
Yes, I am available.
Okay, thank you so much. And I would like to remind again, if after your performance you will get Q&A and you will get 3 questions from the all of the judges in here. So be ready because you have to answer directly with 1 minute for each question. So
Okay.
did you get it? Okay. Thank you so much. And
Wait,
for Mr. Abdurrahman, yeah,
before that, can I test my audio? Is my audio audible? Because I'm wearing a headset.
yeah, it's audible. It's good.
Okay.
Okay. For Mr. Abdurrahman, time is yours.
I'll start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I remember when my professor said that the more advanced technology becomes, the more it will think like a human. As a result, the technology can help us as a human, the way humans help each other. Now, take that in mind because that stuck with me for a while. Let's start from the beginning where AI has been on the uprising and it has been on a place where it will become the new viral technology. As a result, everyday life, we have used AI as a partner even, the way we can communicate each other. That is the beauty of AI. But, ladies and gentlemen, there is something who is going to use AI as a place of bad thoughts. Because if you think about it, there is no living organisms, bacteria, animals. There will be no one that can conquer more than humans. We are the most technologically advanced human beings. Now take this for account that every human being has a choice to do bad things. As a result, one of those choices is to do the deeds that they have been thought. Like, for example, ladies and gentlemen, in the use of AI, what can stop me from using AI as my speech? Nobody. AI has given us. Now that's the problem. Every single part of the human body knows that this is a tool for us to use. That's on the ethical side, where we thought about it ethically, and sometimes people justify it. Now, the secondly is on a cybersecurity level. Ladies and gentlemen, AI is a being that can always loop on the same perfect cycle. As a result, it is the most efficient in our technology. We can use AI to find mistakes, to find some problems that humans don't have the capability to. But also, they can use AI on cybersecurity to make some deep fakes, fake news, hoax, and every single thing that we imagined. There was a viral post on Facebook. DJ, in fact, is dating some artists, and they have some thought of going to break up. People are starting to eat up on that hoax, and as a result, people are going into a place where they have been thought, like, they forgot that this is just a news and it's a hoax. They eat that up like human beings. Ladies and gentlemen, the solution that I'm going to bring you, one of them is the human side. There is one thing keeping you to do the bad thoughts. Some voice in the back of your mind telling you, no, you should not do that thing. You should not tell other people what AI has been taught. It is just unreliable. The thought on your head when you are going to do some bad thing that you yourself is doubting, that whisper in your ear is the one that will put you on a better path to life. Ladies and gentlemen, this whisper is the whisper of our hearts. And secondly is on the robotic side, on the technology side. Cybersecurity, in fact, is a part of our lives, and we use it every single day. But we also use it to prevent problems from happening. Streamer has lost over $150,000. Have found a game that their viewers have sent them. And it is so sad because he himself is a cancer patient. And it breaks my heart how technology can destroy somebody's places. So, ladies and gentlemen, we can make a program and share it to the whole wide world to find fake emails, fake links that can steal your information, steal your money. This program I have seen this program everywhere on the web to help you make your life more efficient and more reliable. Ladies and gentlemen, AI is not bad nor good, but the people who are using it picks if it is good or bad. That's all for my speech. Thank you very much for listening.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Rahman, for such a great speech. So the next session will be Q&A, and it will be start from Miss Novi. For Miss Novi, time is yours.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Abdul Rahman.
Hello.
Okay. I'm going to straight to the question. So, if you were extend to your professor's statement, your professor said that technology advances to think like humans. What do you think the risk or opportunities that will emerge if AI begins not just think like humans in the future, but also will act like humans?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. The first thing about AI is it is information driven. As a result, everything that the human gives as information to the AI, he will learn and become more smarter, but only to that specific information. As a result, the more information you gave it, the more smarter it will become. But that does not conclude that there will be risk, as one of the risks is people who are the AI can steal private information. Now that is dangerous. But if you think to the greater side, it can also be a learning opportunities. We can keep AI on a place where it will only get information based on publicly released information. With this, it'll be more legal and more safe for every other people. As a result, it will become more efficient for, like, let's say, as a structural paper. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. And also, you're welcome for Abdul Rahman for the good response. So the next question will be come from Miss Jasmine. For Miss Jasmine, time is yours.
Thank you, Phoebe, and thank you, Abdul, for the very thorough speech. I wanted to ask a question. However, I was intrigued by your answer instead for Judge Nofi. So you mentioned a bit on the legal side. This then pegs the question, if something happens legally, who do you think is to blame? The people or the AI? When, let's say, an AI encouraged somebody to kill themselves, who is to blame legally, AI or the people?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Who is to blame? Is it necessarily who is to blame? Because I will more likely blame. Without a human, they're just on the dust and not really thinking about much. So, on the information side, that it is legal or not, the human can control what this tool or AI can pick. As a result, I will mostly blame the humans, but the AI can also be blamed because on the legal side, information can be private and can be public. But if we take the AI and learn them and try to train the AI to take only like responsible things or even just legal information that can be obtained from the public. Therefore, this AI can save humans instead of killing them.
Okay, is it done, Mr. Abdul Rahman?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you so
very
much for
much.
the answer. So the next question will become from Miss Ade. For Miss Aneta, time is yours.
Okay. All right. Very good. I do like the friend or foe. That's like in real life, there's never really in that. There have been so many. I mean, matter of fact, that's one of people's favorite romance stories now. You know, enemies to. There's never a clear line. Friend of me. Yeah, your friend is also enemy. However, I want to talk about hypothetical here. I do want to push you because you've been answering the questions actually quite, like taking it to a further area. So I want you to think about, so if we think of like a new medication invented or a new technology invented, let's say to cure like a disease, right? So if this particular technology or medicine or treatment to cure the health, this will only release to public or allow public to use it once they know, the cautions, the side effects, and all of that is included. So, and if not, they're going to hold it. They're going to continue to research it until, it's ready for people. Again, like to a certain degree. I mean, they can't 100% guarantee it's going to be side effect free or without any, and then they continue. So in my opinion, sorry, not in my opinion, in your opinion, I want to ask, like, should the people who continue allowing people to use many different forms of AI, should they have waited? Because of like in a country.
May
Is my question clear?
interrupt?
Yeah.
The video just cut before you asked the question. I'm very sorry for that.
That's okay. I'll repeat. Okay. So in the situation where, let's call it like we're not ready for AI. Many people, at least in our country, are not ready for AI. So I was thinking that, do you think it could be a good idea? Do you think it would be a good idea? Should the AI inventor wait it, or should the government, control, in some countries until their people actually ready to use AI? What do you think?
Okay, very interesting question. So, people like in Indonesia, they are mostly very not relevant to not knowing about the future right now about AI. Some of them are just still on the low side, not because they're on the low side, but to the main point. The government need, and also the publisher or the inventor also need to realize that people who are working on the research department or finding this cure, they also need to find and use AI as a helping. As a result, they have their partner as a AI. Now, in this day of age, where they are starting to use this medicine, the people under the government or under the research company to find out about those, to find out about the medicine. And as a result, more people will use AI, and they themselves, the one who was low, can also be more intelligent using AI. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Abdul Rahman. Well done.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Rahman, for the good response. So after this, I would like to inform that you have to move to other room. So thank you so much. It was so amazing speech that you did today. And do you want to say something, Mr. Abdul Rahman?
Okay, no, just thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. See you. Okay, for the judges, again, I will give you 1 minute to thinking the point. Okay, the next participant who will deliver the speech, which is Miss Ilmira. Are you in here, Miss Ilmira?
I am Kak.
Okay, are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, before you start the speech, I would like to remind that after your performance, you will get Q&A question
Yeah.
from the three judges, which is you will get three questions from judges. So after that, you have to answer directly. Did you get it?
Okay.
Okay. Do you have another question before you start the speech?
Um,
Can I use text?
No, you
Okay,
cannot.
okay.
You cannot use anything, even not. Okay. Do you have another question?
Uh, is it okay if I not complete my like?
Sorry, Miss Ilmira. Can you say it again?
Is it okay if I um suddenly cannot complete my speech like that?
I think you should just give it a try. I think you
Yeah,
should just
just
give
try
it a try.
again. Just
That's
give
all.
your best.
Okay, okay,
There you
okay.
go.
Okay,
Mm.
it's okay. It's okay.
You can do it.
Mm-mm. Okay, maybe you have to take deep rest if you think like, are you nervous or something like that?
Actually, I'm
Okay, for
okay, but I don't think I could remember all the speech text like that.
it's okay. So it's okay. You know you are so much best or your own way, so it's okay. Just do your best in here. So I think you have to start right now. For
Okay.
Miss
Yeah.
Elmira, time is yours.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, for delivering my speech, I would like to tell you a story. So, last night I was kept thinking about fake scenarios in my head. About I just turned into Nat? Well, I know I'm not alone. I bet you guys had been in the same place as I am, right? Okay, well, we all have a super duper accepted imagination of our own. An amazing imagination. But maybe most of people believe that it's just like ordinary thing that anyone could do. But actually, did you know that if we create and bring it to a reality, a movie, a book of fashion design, all of those were all of those were all of those were starting from someone's someone's imagination that which is an creativity and turns into an economic strategy. Hello, friends. I'm Ilmira Nashwataya, and today I would like to deliver my speech that that has become our health goal in life. Creative economy. Well, you're wondering why I said why did I say with our household in life? Like, what's the point of school and academic stuff? Okay, let me tell you the very common, the very familiar, the most familiar example from the most familiar example. Nothing. Why? Why? What will you think if I say the word batik? Yes, of course. Indonesia. What else? Culture. What else? U- uniqueness. Then no. Why do you think of Indonesia if I say batik? Yes, it's because batik is an icon for Indonesia. It's our soul. And that's how the power of economy, the power of creative economy in shaping our society works. many people love batik. And the people who love batik challenge the batik maker to be creative. Not only one, but many various of batik, right? This gives us, this gives the creative economy rise. On the other hand, on Korea, um, South Korea is popular for K-pop, and China is popular for dramas. I love both of them. And as a viewer, we, we also we also got an impact. Like it would hire our perfect standard for the dramas and music pops, and that the perspective of ours to the problem of the dramas, and so on. In this world, our society is full of creativity. Okay, I think I just stop here. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay, Elmira. You're doing well actually. So it's okay. So I would like to say appreciate for your speech. And the next
Thank you so
session will
much.
be yeah, so the next session will be Q&A section, and it will be start from Miss Ade as a judge.
Right?
So for Miss Ade, time is yours.
All right. Okay. So, Ilmira, can I call you Ilmira? Is that okay?
It's okay.
All right. Well, thank you for making it. Okay. I always tell my, whenever I'm coaching for speeches, I always tell my students that when you already got to the podium or to the stage, in this case, in front of camera, and deliver your speech, that's your finish line. So you made it. All right. And
Yes.
whatever the results, that's a bonus. Okay.
Okay.
People might call me naive or whatever, but I believe in that. Okay. So thank you
Okay.
for making it to the finish line. Good job. Okay.
You missed.
So I like the idea here. When you talk about, actually, I can see that you prepared some examples. Yeah. I like when speech
Yes,
actually
yes.
talk about both the problem and the solutions and the real example of the solution. So I really like that. Okay. So in the last part of your speech, you talk about, if you like to write, draw, edit videos, or even play music, you're already part of the creative economy.
Yes.
And then you gave some more examples from social media. Can you give me an example, a real example that you have done? Yeah. Maybe you can give me a
Okay.
a Wattpad. You write something on Wattpad so I can read it, maybe, or maybe share what you have shared. Talk about what you shared in social media.
Oh.
But remember, you only have 1 minute. Okay. So
Okay.
go ahead.
Actually, I have been like doing I have write something for my assignment at school in my at school, and actually I can't um like say it was a creative economy because I don't publish it. I don't like sell it to others. I don't publish it like that. But it talks about I am an ant. Like I told you in my um first line of speech, like right, like that, and I think it was one of my example for your question.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Ilmira. So the next question will be come from Miss Novi as the judge. So for Miss Novi, time is yours.
All right. Hello, Ilmira.
Hello, Miss.
Okay. Thank you so much for doing your best. You made it. You did a great job, actually. Okay. Actually, I need to read your text. So the question from me would be, you mentioned in your speech and in your tag as well, you mentioned about K-pop and
Yes.
China and their um about their culture, about their no about how they known for their drama.
Yes.
And this influences to maybe like almost to all over the world. And what do
Yeah.
you think? How do you think can Indonesia's creative economy can compete with these global
Yeah.
cultural
Okay.
experts? What do you think?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Okay. So, for my answers, like I can give an example for Indonesian creative economy. So in Pekanbaru, like I live in Pekanbaru. Pekanbaru has like a ketupat, kampung ketupat in here, but no one knows it. Like even the Pekanbaru people, it's like don't know where is it. Like it's because the technology doesn't play a role here. So for my um, solution for this, maybe um, we can use the technology well, like for our drama, for our um, other economic creative. Like, for example, batik is known all over the world because the technology play a role in there. Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
okay. Is it done, Miss
yeah.
Ilmira? Okay, thank you so much. So I would like to ask another judge, which is will be Miss Jasmine. So for Miss Jasmine, time is yours.
Thank you, Phoebe, for the time,
Yeah.
and thank you, Nasha, for the speech. I'm really glad that you talked about something unique and very personal to you and our experience as Indonesians, which is batik. I have one question though. What do you think makes batik so successful in the international eyes, in the international lens, in international media? Why do you think batik is considered as a successful part of creative economy?
Okay. I'm sorry. Why is it successful? Why I was thinking it was successful. Okay. Okay. Because if you ask foreigners like a bule-bule, they know about batik. Like if they see batik out there, they would know that it was from Indonesia, and that makes me think of one of the successful creative economy in Indonesia is batik. Like because one of the reason, like I said before, it's the technology. Like people are so proud of batik, wearing batik everywhere, and tell everyone it's from Indonesia. Like if you see like a TikToker, Indonesian TikToker out there, they often do it to the foreigners, and because of the foreigners often know about it. So I just think that one of the successful creative economy in Indonesia is batik. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Ilmira. And you are doing well today actually because you answer for all of the question. And after this, you will move to other room. But before you move, I would like to say thank you so much and so much appreciate for you. And it's okay if you think like if you didn't go perfectly today. What matter is that you try and you keep going until the end. I mean until now, and that's so much something you have to proud of it.
Thank you
And
so
you have
much.
to remember you yeah, and you have to remember that you are in top 10 right now. So
Uh-huh.
keep spirit, okay? So see you,
Uh-huh.
Ilmira.
See you, Kak. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, judges. And once again, I will give 1 minute to thinking the point.
What if I told you that creativity is no longer just about art?
Sorry, I'm sorry, Belvia. It it's not your turn. I mean, like it's still judge's time to thinking the point for other participant before. So
all right,
after
all right.
this, you will start.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but not right now. It's
All
okay.
right,
It's
all right.
okay.
I'm so sorry for
Okay.
the earlier.
Misunderstand. Okay, it's okay. It's
All
okay.
right. Thank you very much.
Mm-mm. Okay, for Miss Belvia, are you available to the speech right now?
Yes, I'm available to do the speech right now.
Okay, okay. So before you start the speech, I would like to reminder that after your performance, you will get a question from all of the judges, and you have to answer directly the question, which is one question, 1 minute. Did you get it?
All right,
Okay.
I get it.
So okay. So for Miss Belvia, time is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that creativity is no longer just about art, but also about economy? A simple product endorsement or a small student-owned business, even a single Instagram post that can actually generate income and shape society. I am Livia Tali from the University of Brawijaya, and today I invite you all to explore how the creative economy transforms imagination into real economic power. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that nowadays the creative economy is not just about selling paintings or making movies, yet it's about turning imagination into impacts. And that impact can be seen everywhere. Like content creators who inspire millions of people while earning a living, creativity today is no longer just a hobby. It is now turning into an economic force. According to Indonesia's Creative Economy Agency, the creative economy sector contributes more than 1,500 million rupiah to our GDP. It also provides jobs for over 26 million of people. But beyond the numbers, it changes the way of how society functions. Yes, it reshapes how we connect, how we express our identity, and how we solve problems. And here is where my personal journey begins. So during my first year in university, a self-photo studio invited me to promote their service on Instagram, and I made short videos showing how affordable and student-friendly it was. And at first, I thought it was just for fun, and to my surprise, those posts caught attention. Friends of mine starting visiting the studio, and that moment opened my eyes. A simple idea packaged creatively could influence choices and also create a real value. From that very first job, my engagement started to grow, and soon more brands from different fields reached me out.
And opportunities kept coming, and so go on. That was when I realized that Instagram was not just for scrolling or posting, but it's also a place to build, to earn, and to make an impact. That single job taught me that what began as one simple endorsement became that the start of a journey in the creative economy. And this is not just exactly this is exactly the power of creative economy. First, it empowers the youth. We don't have to wait for big corporations to hire us, but with the youth, we can create our paths. Every time a young person sells something that comes from their ideas, it's them proving that creativity is also currency. Continuously, the creative economy preserves culture while they modernizing it. Think about how young entrepreneurs sell traditional sacks on Instagram and package them with such trendy branding, or how student-owned clothing lines mix local identity with global fashion styles and promote them through digital platforms. This is showing that society doesn't have to choose between tradition and also innovation. This is also proving that youths are capable of combining both. Ladies and gentlemen, if society is the canvas, then creativity is the paintbrush. So let us not underestimate the simple product endorsement, the small student-owned business, and the creative content that can actually turn into profit. Last but not least, for me as youth, we carry both the responsibility and also the privilege to use our creativity, not only to earn, but also to empower and inspire. Because at the end of the day, creative economy is not just about what we create, but it's about the society that we shape together. So, as I stand before you all today, I challenge you all not to just wait for opportunities, but to create them, to use our creativity to empower others. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome, Miss Belvia. It was so good speech. And after this, we will move to Q&A section. It will be start from Miss Jasmine. So for Miss Jasmine, time is yours.
Thank you, Fabi, and thank you, Bolivia, for the speech. A very thorough speech, also made concise. Truly enjoyed it. However, you mentioned two main aspects, yeah, youth as well as the economic sector or the businesses. My question then lies to another aspect or to another actor. So, it needs to be noted that you mentioned a bit about how youths can help, how youths can benefit, and how we are necessarily the pain. My question is then, how can the government help with what you are fighting for? In this case, because we live in Indonesia, how can the Indonesian government help or encourage this paint that you are encouraging to be paint on the canvas?
All right. Thank you very much, Miss, for the questions. I believe that today, as youth, we are living on, with the youth, we live in a digital era and it's like a full of opportunities. So I think, in my very personal opinion, that the government, Indonesia, can provide the space for youth to paint on the canvas, such as the space of job, and also to fully fund everything in the sector of creative economy. And I also believe that, not to mention about the creative economy is just limited to, you know, selling art or films, but I believe that the government can also provide platforms like Instagram or any other platforms like Tokopedia, and then the youth can create such creative economy from that. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, and you're welcome for Miss Belvia for the great answer. So the next question is come from Miss Ade. For Miss Ade, time is yours.
Hello, Belfia.
Hello, Miss.
Well done. That was really good. I do want to ask, so you're a university student, right?
Yep, I'm a student.
Okay, what semester are you in?
I'm currently in a fifth semester.
Fifth semester. Okay, very good. So okay, talking about this is something actually that I myself struggles. If I may be blunt here. So like we're talking about creativity, and I really like that when you put it that creative is not just about art. You know, it's no longer just about art. Actually, that's you know that's been like creativity talks about solution often, right? So you know it's like a creative thinking. So my question, I hope I don't make this too long. Uh, a side effect when people in this internet era where people see everything on social media, both like social media platform like Instagram or TikToks, even in the um, e-commerce platform like Tokopedia. One thing that I saw like the side effect is authenticity, and that's often people have forgotten. They got creative, but they forgot to be authentic. I think this is something that makes it makes their creativity less and less valuable, in my opinion. So, can you think of a solution like when it comes to authenticity problem? When people forgot to be authentic, all they gotta do is they try to be creative, but they neglect that side, which is actually an element to creativity. So, what do you think about this matter? And again, I know your time is only 1 minute, so make it as concise as possible. What is the solution to that?
All right, thank you
Thank
for the
you.
question, Miss. I believe that we, as the agent of change, especially students as the agent of change, we should first conduct a campaign where we create such contents in the digital platforms and make it very original, make it like we're seeing ourselves, and make it so original that the campaign is representing ourselves. And I believe from step by step, each steps bring to the originality, and it'll spread through the society. So campaign is very valuable for the youth to, you know, precise and to make the creative economy went well. So I think ideas and digital content or innovations plays a big role in that. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, and you're welcome for Miss Belvia for the response. So the next question is will come from Miss Novi. For Miss Novi, time is yours.
All right. Hello, Delicia.
Hello, Miss.
Okay, I really like the way you share your own personal story and not only sharing your personal story, but you also tailored it with relevant data and cases. So, you shared your personal journey as a content creator. So it means that you rely maybe so much on digital platforms. So based on your point of view as someone who plays a role in this digital platforms creativity, how do you think this experience would differ for someone in a rural area with such a limited internet access, but actually they have similar capability to produce such creative things in digital platforms?
All right. Thank you very much for the questions. I think for such youngsters that have the similar capability, that they should reach out or seek help from the government, because as what the first questions also align with your questions, Miss, that government could also conduct maybe a workshops that can help all these potential youngsters to, you know, to utilize their passion, to utilize what they have and their potential. So I believe that government plays a big role, and also the other sectors, and they can conduct, you know, like the teamwork, so that inside of the workshops that they can conduct with any others mitra. And I believe once it's conducted, that the youngsters that have potentials could utilize a lot more better in social media. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for Miss Delvia. And I am so much appreciate for your speech, and also you are doing well with did good answer for all of the questions from the judges. And after this, you will move to other room. So thank you so much for your present today. And do you want to say something maybe for the judges before you move?
Yeah, I want to say something. Maybe thank you for all of the adjudicators to make it a lot more fun and not making it too, like pressured for me. Because at the first one, I mistaken and present my speech earlier. So I hope that
Hey,
wouldn't make it.
if anything, it shows how excited you are.
Thank you very much,
Yes,
Miss.
she's so excited, but it's
Yeah, I'm
okay.
excited, but so nervous at the same time.
It's okay. It's okay. You are doing well. Even you are in top 10, right? So
Thank
after
you very
this,
much.
let me. Yeah, you have to move. So thank you so much. See you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, for the judges, once again, I will give 1 minute thinking the point for the participant. Will be Michelle. Are you in here, Michelle?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, that's good.
Could you see
So
clearly?
yeah, I can see you, and I think also for the judges. Before you start the speech, I would like to remind that again, if after you're doing performance, you will get three questions from the judges, and you have to answer directly. One question, 1 minute. Okay, not prepare.
All
Okay,
right.
for me. Okay, for Michelle, time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Avocado toast. Let's be honest, it's just green mush on bread. Yet somehow the world decided it's not just food, but it's a lifestyle, and $1 billion one at that. Then there is pineapple pizza. People argue about it harder than they argue about politics these days. Some say genius, some say crime. But no matter which side you are on, it's everywhere. And that's the strange reality of our world today. The weirdest, most creative, and random ideas don't just exist, but they win. That's the kind of world young entrepreneurs are walking into, where anything, no matter how unusual, can turn into opportunities. Then why keep being the customer when you could be the CEO? Good day, everyone. My name is Michelle Zatunisa, but you can call me Michelle, and I'm from Mantut Kandan. Not long ago, business meant offices. Big amount of money you can start from your bedroom with just Wi-Fi and an idea. And the and the best proof of that comes from right here in Indonesia. Take Tasha Farasha. Let's talk about her for a minute, shall we? At first, she started as a beauty influencer, posting tutorials, sharing reviews, and connecting with people online until she got famous. Now, a lot of people could have stopped there and just relied on some sponsorship to make it easier. But she did it. She realized that trust is worth more than likes. And she turned that into something bigger, her own beauty brand, MOP. Yes, Mother of Pearl. I'm sure some of you have heard that brand before. Now, thousands of people have bought her products, not because a giant company told them to do so, but because they trust her. And she's not alone. According to YouGov 2023, 65% of young Indonesians say they follow they follow they follow influencers not just for entertainment, but for inspiration and products recommendation. This shows that young entrepreneurs like Tasha herself aren't just selling products, but they are shaping trends, building trust, and creating communities. And that's the digital era for you. It's a Wild West opportunity. Like even a random TikTok dance, boom, a new merch line. A silly meme, boom, a new NFTs. Or maybe even a kid playing video games in his room, boom, multi-million-dollar streaming deal. The weirdest win because the internet cares about attention. And to do so, you don't need a fancy degree office to start. All you need is an idea, a device, and the chance to show up. Because right now, someone your age is out there turning memes into millions, followers into customers, and Wi-Fi into paychecks. So why don't you ask yourself, are you going to keep being the one who decides to double tap, or are you going to be the one who people double tap for? Because at the end of the day, the internet has already proven one thing, that future CEOs aren't sitting in some fancy glass tower. No, but they are sitting in classrooms, they are sitting in bedrooms, they are sitting in front of you, behind you, besides you, they are sitting right here, right now. And maybe, just maybe, one of them could be you. That is it for me. I'm Michelle. Vychoshu do svidania.
Okay, thank you so much, Michelle, for the such a powerful speech. And the next section will be Q&A section, and it will be start from Miss Novi. For Miss Novi, time is yours.
Thank you, Phoebe. Hello, Michelle.
Hi, Miss.
Okay. I think that your speech is really entertaining. So,
Thank you.
you used influencers such as like Tasha Farasha as examples of entrepreneurial success. But
Mhm.
in your based on your opinion, do you think influencer-driven businesses are going to be sustainable in the long run in the next maybe in the next 10 years, since you also mentioned that this kind of business shape trends, which means they really so much on trends. What do you think?
Thank you so much for the question, Miss. From what I think, they would absolutely yes, but there's also like a catch to it. Like you don't just release stuff like new products and then like keep on releasing it without like some advertisement or you. For me, you just gotta make it uh interesting enough for people to like be interested in it and like yeah, just for me, like how I do my speech, how I do the avocado toast, that is like probably not um what the theme is, but I just put it there because I just think it's like interesting enough so people would just um keep their eyes on me, keep their attention, and like what is this? Maybe I should try listening to it. And yeah, I think that goes the same with the product too.
Okay, thank you so much for the response for Miss Michelle. So the next question will be come from Miss Jasmine. So for Miss Jasmine, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Phoebe. Thank you, Michelle, for your speech. I am pretty invested in your food examples. I, in fact, have not eaten breakfast, so I'm getting quite hungry after your speech. But here's the thing. You say that these famous international wide food, the avocado toast, pineapple pizza, are forms of successful, creative foods. They're famous because they're creative, they're unique. Do you think that there is another factor as to why they can be very famous the way that they are? For example, why do you think lumpia isn't getting the same recognition? Is it not as creative? Why do you think these famous foods that you mentioned as examples are famous like that? Are there any other factors?
Okay, thank you so much, Miss, for the question. So my answer is that why lumpia isn't getting like as much as popularity is because like I don't really know what lumpia is made out of, but like um if you see avocado toast, avocado is like a fruit and toast is like, well, I mean you can make like a chocolate toast, but avocado just tastes like it doesn't taste, I mean it doesn't belong into like some savory food. And like pineapple pizza, pineapple is also a fruit, and so pizza is often savory. um and yeah, it just makes it more interesting, like there's new flavors to try, not just like savory with savory, sweet or with sweet, sour with sours. There are like many combinations in it.
Okay, thank you so much about fruit and food. And the next question, it's will be come from Miss Ade. So for Miss Ade,
Mm.
time is yours.
Okay, well, first of all, I just gotta put this out there. Uh, yes, yes to avocado toast. Just gonna have to put it out there, yeah. Not that it's gonna affect my judgment on this competition, But seriously, y'all gotta try it. Y'all gotta try it on even guac. Yeah, guacamole. So
Okay.
I know in Indonesia it's like dessert fruit, but out there it's actually a wild word. Okay. But seriously, I like this talking about one of my favorite quote is to help my friend when we are brainstorming ideas. Yeah, we always say if you don't have weird ideas, you don't do your brainstorming right. I always believe in that quote. So anyway, I like this and I agree with you. Yes, the weirdest idea, nice, but often wins. All right. But my question, my to go with my question real quick, um, like this speech talks about again the opportunities, like not doing, doesn't have to do like a lot of um the traditional people would do, like going out or like maybe making big things. Like you are really focusing on doing things even from your bedroom, right? So even from simplest things like dancing or gaming. So I do want to know, like, I mean, we're not going to talk about data here because it's not statistic class, but like I'm pretty sure that the percentage of people who are successful from that with people who aren't, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not higher. So the percentage of people who are successful from this and people who are not, I'm pretty sure it's not higher. So what do you think when someone like for me, I started let's say like for example, if I started my own YouTube channel, like explaining song lyrics. I like English, I like songs, so I started that. But I don't get success. So what happened to that? All right. So again, I want to see this realistically speaking. All right. So we're talking about 65% young Indonesians say, you talk about statistic here, but my question is, sorry, I make this long, but why what other factors that make some people are not successful doing this?
Uh, okay. Thank you so much, Miss, for the question. So, not everyone will succeed right away, and um, that is okay. Failure doesn't mean like it's the end of the world. It's just like a feedback. Every attempt teaches you something valuable that you can use for your next idea. In the digital era, trying again costs very little, and sometimes one failure is exactly what leads to the next big success. So, like, maybe you could, like, I'm a very very extra different person. Opening of my speech different from everyone just because I want them to listen to me. And so maybe like um some people can try like something no one has ever done before. I mean, it won't work immediately, but it could work the next try. It's something like that. Okay, that was a good answer. And I would like to say thank you for you and so much appreciate for your speech today.
course.
And after, uh, yeah,
Oh, no, of
do you want to say
course.
something? Okay,
Nothing.
so you are doing well today, Miss Michelle. And after this, you will move to other room. But before that, again want to say thank you for you.
Of course. Thank you
So
too.
see you in the next event.
Thank you so much.
Okay, once again to the judges, I will keep 1 minute to thinking the point.
see the link to the soft copy to the text?
I say, okay, basically the number 9, he didn't send me anything, so he got disqualification. So the next
Oh,
will
okay.
be number 10, which is
Okay.
Mr. Sane. Yeah.
Okay.
So for Mr. Sane, are you in here? Yeah. Am I audible for you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, miss. I can hear you.
Okay. Did you already set up all of about connection or you prepare?
I think yes.
It's okay? Okay, thank you so much. So before you start the speech, I would like to remind that if after your performance you will get Q&A, I mean like question from judges, and you have to answer directly. One question, 1 minute.
Okay.
Not okay. You're not allowed to prepare anything at that time. Okay. So after this, for Mr. Sen, time is yours.
I want to start with a confession. I was a victim. Not a victim of crime, not a victim of fraud, but a victim of beautiful narratives that we all glorify. It's the hustle culture. It's a narrative that states the busyness is equals as the success. And I learned it a terrifying impact when I'm building my small businesses. Okay, so it all starts with passion, and this passion slowly eroded because of the pressure to be always active. I was trapped in a relentless cycle, replying customers' chat at late night, producing numerous videos on social media, and also sacrificing my sleep schedule just for chasing an algorithm. And one day, I realized something frightening. Yes, I could make all TikTok videos with my eyes closed, but I had no energy left when it comes to innovating, creating something new, and that is the core of my business. So that time I was realized, oh, every entrepreneur has their entrepreneurship meters from red to green. And my meter showed that the creativity of my side is on the red zone, while the energy consumption was also on the red. I was forcing to run the engine, but it wasn't produce real innovations. So I had to redesign everything, and I create a framework. I call it a sustainable hustle framework. And there are 3 principles to rebalance that meters. The first one, the purpose use of digital use. I schedule a deep work block every morning. I turn off my phone from distractions, and because this is the sacred time to open my mind to think what's new or what ingredients that I have to use on my products here, not only thinking about how to sell it. The second one is collaborative energy management. Luckily, I found an entrepreneurship community where I could share all my challenges without any hesitation. It's like a recharging station for our weary soul. And the last one is the impact-driven validation. I have shifted my focus from chasing like on Instagram to real impact. Does my product here can solve any customer's problem? Or does my packaging here can be more eco-friendly? If you have ever think about that, then that's the real mindset. And with this framework, I am no longer a victim. I have become an architect for my own energy and my own creativity for my own business. So, to all future leaders in this room, my message is simple yet fundamental.
Recording stopped.
Yet fundamental. Sustainable entrepreneurship starts with managing our entrepreneurship meter, because we are the most valuable asset of our company. If we burn out, our business will fade out too. So let's become an entrepreneur who doesn't make profitable business only, but care about the sustainability for the long run. Because what Indonesia really need is someone who cannot just give up early, but to bring up any idea with brightly, creative, and meaningfully for the long run. So that's all about my speech today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much again for saying, and it was so good speech. So the next section will be Q&A section. It will be start from Miss Ade. So for Miss Ade, time is yours.
All right. Hello, Shane.
Hello.
I really like how your name is spelled, like how to say Shane in English.
Yeah.
That's really cool. It helps
Thank you,
Indonesian,
thank
yeah.
you.
Very good. Okay. Wow. I must say I'm impressed. You're in. So I take it you are a high school student, right?
Yeah, this is my last year in high school.
Okay. So you're a senior in a high school, but you already started a deodorant spray business. I am impressed in that in that area. Yeah. Good job. My question is, when you talk about earlier, so obviously there are a lot of challenges. Yeah. In I like that word when you talk about a sustainable hustle, right? So many people they started very easily, but to continue or to be sustainable, that's a challenge. So I would like to highlight this second point. So you talk about in your second point that you found a community of entrepreneurs where you could share challenges, not like, and you said something about sharing that actually without trying to brag. Okay. So
Oh, yeah.
this is interesting to me because one of the side effects of a community of people who are trying to run businesses, this is my experience of interpreting for several events or being part of a community, the ego, when you share what you've done, it's easily sounded like you're bragging. So I would like for you to could you maybe share a little bit? How do you share in a community without sounding like you are bragging? In 1 minute, I would like for you to maybe give us some idea or example for that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So luckily I am in a business school, so there are a forum where we have to evaluate our products, our challenges, and how do I do it without bragging my like the positive sides, yeah. So I just only talking about the challenges that I face without bringing up that positive sides, because I want to hear a solution from them, not only a praise from them. So that's how I bring up my discussion without flex anything. Yeah, so that's it. How. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks so much for the great answer, Saint. So the next question will be come from Miss Novi. So for Miss Novi, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Fabi. So Shane, hello.
Hello.
Um, yeah, I think your speech was really refreshing for me. So you said you mentioned instead of repeating like the common narrative of hustle culture, you challenge it, you share it with your own experience, showing your story, your vulnerability about your entrepreneurship journey. That made your speech actually stand out and relatable for me.
Oh,
Okay, I'd like to talk still about hustle culture. Um, so in your speech, you reframed hustle culture as like harmful. So do you think some level of hustle culture is still necessary for success, or should always be replaced by sustainability in the context of entrepreneurship?
oh, okay. Thank you for your question, Miss. Actually, my answers it depends because if we are to focus on the sustainability, there are no eager, right? There are no eager to get achievements. But what I'm trying to say is, don't push yourself too much. I mean, like you already did what you have to do, and you have to move on to focus on another thing well, instead just of making numerous social media contents. You can focus more on innovations or pitching with other companies. So that's what I'm trying to say here is. Does that answer your questions?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you also for saying for the good response. And the next will be our last judge who will give you question, which is Miss Jasmine. For Miss Jasmine, time is yours.
Thank you, Shane, for being a very memorable last speaker. I love the topic of hustle culture and burnout. Again, second to the Manofi. This is a very relatable and relevant topic to today's society, especially with the rise of LinkedIn. Yeah. My question is then, is this an economic culture or a social culture? I want you to understand that some would argue that hustling is social because we are pressured to be like the others, but some would also argue that it is economic because we are hustling for profit, which is inherently economic. Now, I want to better understand your point of view, better understand your arguments. Which do you think it is? Is hustle culture an economic or social driven culture?
Okay, thank you for question, Miss. In my perspective, I was talking about hustle in the social aspects. Why? Because if we are harsh to ourselves, so and we get sick, there is no other thing that we can do instead of rest, and it affects to all any aspect. I mean, like we cannot meet with our important people, we cannot study, and we cannot interact with our customers. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's in my perspective, it's more to be like a social thing. Is that clear, Miss? Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Shane. And well, it's well done for you. And it was so good, your speech, and also you did well with answer for all of the question from the judges. And congratulations because you are in here as a top 10. And see you next event. And I hope you will turn to the five finalists tomorrow. After this also you have to move to other room. So is it okay, Mr. Saint? Because the judges have to thinking the point for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to say something for the judges?
May I ask a question?
Sure. What is that?
For the judges, I mean, can I ask something?
Oh, okay, okay.
So what I want to ask about what problems in my speech. So is there any aspect that I should improve? That is my question.
Okay, first of all, do you want to see, I mean, like from which judges? Is it full of judges, three judges, or which one?
If it's possible from the three judges, yeah, I would be grateful.
Okay, okay.
Well, I mean, I need to kind of look again at the notes and the text that are sent to me, because actually one of the parts that one of the column in the Google sheet that I was sent is the personal feedback. I think, but you know, briefly, what I can tell you right now is, first of all, you did very well. I really like the fact that you use your personal experience in this, so that sound very real, and it really, you know, because it comes from you. I think practicing speaking more, how do you say, like more naturally, like. I think it was very clear. Your clarity is very high. However, I think I would like for you to speak more kind of like in a flow rather than like you know, just a step by step. So hopefully it will sound more like a speech. And I would recommend to check again, especially the important words. Pay attention to your intonation. Like if it's like I actually wrote down one like word fundamental. That's where we stress on the men part, right? Because that's one of the important part that you're really underlining, like bold, right? So again, when you are making your point, you want it to be accurate. You want it to be effective to your audience. So when you say fundamental, that's just one example. I'm not about to, you know, analyze all the, but I think work on your fluency and your intonation. I think I would probably let the other two judges talking about more about the content. I would like to talk about more on the performance. So yeah, you did very well. You look confident. I like how clear you speak, but I think to sound even better, I would like for you to I would recommend you to improve your fluency and also your intonation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Maybe
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, yeah.
maybe before Manofi would like to give hers, I'd like to make mine very briefly since feedback is under the committee's discretion. I think what you have that's really great is energy. You have energy not like many others, though I think you should learn how to make that energy contagious. So one thing about speech is that you're not only delivering a message, you need to make sure that the audience have got your message as well. So it's like when you send a text, if you spam, there's also a big possibility the other person won't reciprocate your energy. But if you also ask a question that's not engaging, then your other partner, your message receiver would not then answer your message. And so I think you need to find a balance and how to make your energy contagious or how to make your speech more lively or more engaging. Also, I think another part you should work on is your pace. So your speech is different to one another. Like my speech styles definitely different to Maade's, and it's definitely different to Manofis. It's definitely different to each person. I think you should find your pace. You should find what works best for you, so that you know better which to put an emphasis on. For example, if you slow down in all the aspects, if you have a tendency in not being completely casual in bringing your speech, I'm afraid that audience would sort of feel a skip in which one is important, which one needs to put an emphasis on. So I think you should figure out which pace you want to be on. If you want to be slow, then I think you really need to put a difference in which parts you want to put an emphasis on, whether it be through facial expressions or through intonations. But there needs to be a difference and which one is important, which one is engaging, which one is encouraging. There needs to be a difference. So I think the key or like the root cause of that is you need to figure out your pace. I think that's it for me. I hope if I do see you again tomorrow or in other events, you can do better. But you did great already, Shan. Maybe Nofi can continue.
All right, thank you. I actually agree with both Miss Adi and Miss Jasmine. I think both of them already concluded my feedback for Shane, but I just want to add a little bit maybe. I really like your expression actually, but yes, same. You need to control your pace. Do not speak very slowly and monotone. It is fine for you to talk a little bit faster in some of words, and you can slow down again in some of important message. For example, it is okay to speak slowly in the beginning when you share about your confession that you are a victim of hustle culture. But later on your second paragraph, when you mention about your um creative entrepreneur, about your deodorant, about you making TikTok and etc., you can speak faster to you need to raise up your pace in that kind of paragraph, so it will not feel monotone throughout your performance. Just like what I said before in the preliminary feedback, even if your point of speech is are strong, but if your intonation is less suitable, as if I might say, it will make your speech less engaging, especially when it comes to body and conclusion of your speech. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss.
Okay, thank you so much for the judges who answered the question. So for Mr. Sin, is it clear or do you have another question?
It is very clear.
Okay, thank you so much. And I would like to inform for you after this you will move to other room and we will move to closing session. So I hope you not out of this meeting, just move to main room, another room. Is it okay, Mr. Sin?
Yeah, I'm fine with
Okay, so once again, thank you so much and you are so much good today.
it. Thank you.
Okay, for the judges, once again, I will give 1 minute to considering the point. And while you considering the point, I would like to inform that after this, we will move to closing session. And before that, I would like so much sincerely thank you for the honorable judges who giving your time and insightful question and for valuable suggestion about the timer before. And especially for Miss Ade, because I know it's not your duty to come here, but you helped Mr. Eko to come here. And also thank you so much for Miss Jasmine and also Miss Novi. And for the closing session, if judges want to out, I mean like another activity, it's okay because for the closing we have to waiting several participants. Is it okay?
Okay, quick question.
Okay.
First of all, I made my notes, handwritten notes. That's how my brain works whenever I pay attention to something that helps me focus. But I will fill in the Google sheet that you sent me. So my question is for that personal feedback. So do you want us to put like each person, because I know there's gonna be like a general, you know, aju verba, is that what you call it? Later
Yeah.
in the announcement session, right?
Mm-mm,
So
mm-mm.
do you want us to type up all the feedback in there, or just like, maybe give it later to the when the in this case, I can't do it this evening, but Mr. Echo will come. So I'm gonna pass my notes to him. So he's gonna be the
Mm-mm.
one who do it. So do you want us to also give that feedback in the column on the Google sheet? In the
Yes,
column?
yes, yes. I hope for the judges can like fill in the column. So after the
Okay.
event, I will send each participant about the point and also about the feedback from the judges, like 3 judges.
I see.
Is is it?
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. I just want to make sure because
Yeah.
yeah, if
Mm-mm.
I would have to make this, more,
Yeah.
more
Is
brief.
it? I mean, like, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I will give a time if it's not today. I mean, like you can do that tomorrow or tomorrow again. It's okay. I will give like as much as a jury can do it.
Oh, I'm
So I
gonna do it
think
today before I forgot everything.
yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Ade.
Okay, cool.
For okay. Do you have another question?
Well, just one more. I just want to make sure everything is clear. Her
Mm-hmm.
name is Miss Jasmine and Miss Nofi. I make it longer. So we know that each aspects have like different percentage, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like the 25%. And I was expecting, to be honest, I was expecting that in the total column that you guys already put some formula so that I will just input all of that, and then, voila, so I was just asking, could you maybe just add like a formula on that? It's as easy as like copying, right? So put the formula on the total part so it will be more accurate,
Total part.
because there's like
Okay.
a percentage. So I'm not sure, like, the matter, that's like a 40%. And then, so do I have to factor that in?
No. Actually, like for matter,
That is
like it's
already.
something sub. Yeah, I mean like something sub. For example, it's 1 until 15. You can choose which grade you will give, and
Okay.
then after that, the end of the column, it will be sum. I mean like you just
Okay.
have
So
to
just the
fill out
total.
the grade. Yeah,
I
the
don't have to.
total.
Okay. Okay. I just
No,
want to make sure, like I
it's
said.
actually it's not a total, but it's like the point how much you want to give. For example, with
Okay.
I'm forget about
Yeah. No worries.
maybe
I just see that percentage right there, but I realize now it all, like, if you added
okay.
the matter,
Okay.
performance, and English, that's already 100%.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
guess that makes sense. Cool.
Yeah. For example, it's matter 35%. It come from innovation and also about the speed station and also clarity. You can choose like for example innovation 12 and then speed subtension 10 and clarity is 10. And for the total, I will do that. It's okay.
Okay. Okay.
Just
Okay.
fill
Cool.
out the point.
All right.
Is it
Just
clear, Miss
checking.
Ade?
Yes.
It's
Thank
okay,
you.
it's okay, it's okay. No, you're welcome. Thank you for the question. And how about for Miss Jasmine and Miss Novi? Is it
I think I'm good. Thank you.
Everything's good. Thank you.
You are
Phoebe?
muted, sweetie. You are
Yeah.
muted.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I was saying like again, thank you so much for honorable judges, and see you tomorrow.
See you, Phoebe. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.